All right, guys. Today we are saving this Beetle, One-Eyed Willie.
What you gonna do with it?
We're trying to. I'm gonna take some parts off of it.
Oh yeah, you got another one?
Yeah, I got a 65.
Oh, you buying parts off it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got you one somewhere else though.
I got one that's a little bit better.
Oh yeah, you gonna bring it back out one day?
Yeah.
Restoring it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
You want to be in a video?
Yeah, football old school in the video, man.
That's your ride?
Nah, I got the Newport back over there.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome.
Are you making your video?
Yeah.
Are you letting them know you getting the parts, huh?
Yeah.
I like that one though. You gonna have yours nice, I can tell.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a nice one.
Oh yeah.
I'm just taking some parts off of this one.
Yeah, you gonna restore yours with it?
Yeah, this one's pretty bad. You guys do restorations?
They do a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, you take care.
Have a good day. All right. This one's pretty rough, man. All right, we're gonna lift it up and change the wheels and see if we can get it loaded up. It's bad. It's real bad. Oof. Basically, I'm just trying to get this rear window section and whatever other parts we can get. Maybe part of this area here. And who knows, we might be able to use some of the other stuff for another build eventually. But there's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff. But the luggage tray is pretty good. That back window area is really good, which I need. And hopefully we can transplant that over. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I'm gonna put all this stuff in here. These are like bongs or something, huh?
Probably.
You don't want them?
You can toss them in there.
All right. We can go through and get this cleaned up, and I don't know what that is. I wonder what year this is. Whew, it's rough. It is rough, man. God damn, sucker's rough. All right, let's see if we can break those wheels loose. Yeah, they're coming off. He's gonna lift it up so I can get the wheels off of it. All right, see if we can get those wheels off and get the brakes loosened up. right, this drum is stuck on here, so let's see if we can get it off. A little crispy. All right, got that off. Let's get this back on. We got the brakes off, so it should roll now, hopefully. Yep. We got one.
One down.
One down. All right, we got the rear wheel on. It's rolling good. Hopefully it'll hold up to some highway speeds. Look at this one. All right, let's see if we can get this one off. this tool, man. That thing. I found this tool a few years ago. I was like, it's a lifesaver.
Oh yeah. Using the right tools makes the work half as hard, less headache. Beating and banging on everything.
Oh, I've spent hours beating on this thing. Just insane version. And then I found that tool. What? And then I found that thing too. That I call that the secret weapon. That drill.
There's nothing worse than doing a job and it's underpowered and you're having to switch and swap and use 2 drills.
Need some good used brakes. It's going good so far. Spins. What year do you think this car is?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
It's like a 1968 or 69.
Sounds about right.
It's old. Yeah. Got them off there. What year do you think this one is?
I have no clue.
I think it's probably like a 68 or 69. Woo. All right, see if I can get these front wheels off.
I can't believe someone hasn't snatched up that Gia yet.
The Gia?
69.
What is that, a Fastback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the pancake motor in it.
Does it have the motor in it still?
Yep. They're rebuilding those motors and selling them for like $3 and $4 grand.
Oh, sure.
Because you can't, they don't make them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, a buddy of mine rebuilt a bunch of engines for me. Built a 1.7 that I pulled out of a 914. 1.7 Type 4 engine. They put them in all the buses in the Porsche 914s. Let's see, I think I have that nut. Allen wrench. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, they're on there, man. They brake pads, all that sees into the drum.
How much was the dolly?
The dolly is, it's like 60 bucks. I was going to use a, you know, the Volkswagen has the tow bars
Yeah.
specifically for them, but I was concerned that, you know, if the front end was locked up, sometimes the steering box locks up, and it's probably wouldn't move right. So I decided that would be the best option. Plus I got a couple other things to move today. I've got a chassis that I rebuilt that I got to move to my buddy's shop so you could put disc brakes on it. So I'll get some use out of it today. I usually use a full size.
We had a 1951 chassis
Uh-huh.
that had never, ever had a car mounted to it.
Really?
It had the original motor in it, the original everything.
That's cool. What happened to that?
Sold it for $10,000.
Dang. Recently?
That was probably about 2 years ago.
Okay. So somebody local or?
Some guy in Georgia was building some kind of special Volkswagen.
Wow. How did he find it? On Marketplace?
I forget how he found it. Probably
think I've
Craigslist. I think that was.
Okay.
where he used that one.
I think I've seen you guys on Marketplace before. Or Craigslist. I can't remember. It's one of those. It's been a while. But I came here like 3 or 4 years ago and walked around the whole shop inside. We had all this stuff in there.
Sold a lot.
Yeah, you did. Sometimes you can knock them off like that, start to move a little bit. But I got this puller that works really good. Yeah, I've done a few rescues over the years, I like to call them.
And we had that split window.
God, dude.
It was sitting, I believe, right here. That red SUV is.
I would love to have got that, man. That would have been so cool. Even if it was all rusted out, you know, just because they're so rare and so cool looking. If this was an early bug, I wouldn't chop it up, but this is a later one. They're not as valuable. And there's still a million of them out there.
Yeah.
People chop them up all the time and sell the parts. There's a guy that has the rear window section, but he's in California.
And we had a Razorback.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's cool.
It was all sandblasted and powder coated the whole body.
Really? Cool.
All the parts came with it.
Somebody got it, huh?
Yeah, I sold it to a guy who has a shop down south. The shop's called V-Dubs.
Okay. V-Dubs. It's in South Florida?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple shops around here. Pretty
Triangle.
Yeah, there's Triangle, and then there's
I think there's one over there on South Orange Avenue.
probably, yeah.
Inside, coming out of downtown.
Yep. There's a place called the Bug Ranch, Beetle Ranch, or something like that. Oh, that one's tight. Yeah, this one's gonna be. People are gonna be looking at this going down the road. What the hell is that thing? I gotta drive it out to Groveland. It's out past Clearmont. That's where my shop is out there. That's rough on the back right there. Yep. Okay. Let's try that. That should pull off. I probably could have beat it off by the time I did all that. Probably should pull the bearings out before you do that. Yeah. Probably was gonna do that here. There we go. Brake. Yeah, it feels good when they come on.
They wore those pads down.
Yeah, they did. Down to the freaking. That one's just gone. They're always like that. Every time I pull them off, they're just
All used up.
completely shot. Everything. That's crazy. Look how clean that grease is.
Yeah.
That seal was working good. Alright, cool.
The other side locked up too.
Probably. Most likely.
It's actually turning.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here's the old brake drag move, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we probably could have just put it on there like this, but it'll be easier when I get to go where I'm going to just roll it off.
Plus you probably don't have a forklift in your shop to lift it up. Makes this easier.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier. A lot easier. Yeah, that forklift's pretty cool.
This is about all it's good for. Anything heavier and it lifts the back tire off the ground and it's useless.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It needs some weight on the back, huh? I wonder if you can put weights on it. What's the capacity, do you know?
I'm not too sure. It's really just a pallet mover, you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
Just go in the back of the semis and they just move pallets off of.
Probably strip that bolt. Pounding on it. Yep. I should have pulled the bearing off before I tried to pull it off with the puller. I think I stripped that. These plugs have been sitting out here for a while, huh? Yeah. These were the last ones. Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
We sold all the good stuff. What's up with those seats that you sent a picture of? You think they're out of a bus?
I don't know, you'd have to show me.
Yeah, that day I left, you sent me a picture of some seats. Some weird looking shocks or something.
Yeah. No aftermarket on those.
Yeah, I did a quick little search on them. I guess they're from the like the 50s Beetles.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before. Picked a good day to do it.
Yeah, perfect.
Yesterday it rained, didn't it? A little bit?
Yeah, no rain. 71 degrees.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
You know, you can't go over 55 miles an hour with that hood on. You like that?
Yeah. I've done, it says that on the transport too, and when I had my F-150, I'd rent the whole thing, and I'd go 80 miles an hour, no problem.
Well, you got to break in the new hitch.
Huh?
You got to break in the new hitch.
Yeah, which is scary as hell because I'm used to drive my F-150, which has a factory hitch and everything, and pulling a full-size dolly.
Yeah.
This thing is like just driving down the road and it hits a bump. It scares the hell out of me. Isn't that crazy what difference what wheels make?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're getting there. What'd you say that thing was?
Fastback?
It's a Fastback? What year is it? Do you know? 69. Anybody need a Fastback? It's mint. I think there's a Carmagia hood inside of it. Woo. She's pretty rough. Pretty rough. All right, one more.
Sold a 70 Fastback.
Did you?
Beautiful car. Everything redone.
Wow. Who redid it?
It was done here.
Was it? Yeah, when I was here a few years ago, you guys had like a restoration shop back there or something.
Yeah, there was a blue 67 that was originally done.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Not put together, but all done.
Yeah, did you guys sell that?
Yeah.
Nice. This one is reverse. Yeah. Reverse thread on this one. Yeah. I'll try not to screw this one up.
The last one.
Yes, sir. Watch your face, man. This spring might go flying out.
You all used to have a little fiberglass trailer that was enclosed, and it was rounded off in the corners.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
A lot of people are taking those and making RVs out of them. RV trailers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And kind of like living out of them? Like
We use them for camping and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, there's been a lot of creative uses out of old box trucks and old trailers and stuff. There's big money in that RV conversion stuff.
Yeah.
Tight.
You should bring all the right tools. A lot of guys that come out here don't have the right tools.
Yeah, I've learned a little bit the last couple of years.
Makes a difference in about 4 hours of work.
Oh my god, yeah. One thing that'd be better is if I had a trailer with a winch,
Right?
because you could just trailer and a winch and you're out of there in 10 minutes, you know? It's like all right, that's all the wheels.
So you want it on there backwards or forwards?
Forwards. Put the front wheels up here.
You leave it up in the air and try and back under it. You want to try and push it on. Back it up under it, I'll just set it right on there.
Yeah, steering's locked up.
Up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to back up. And let me undo those straps.
by the edge, but we're on there.
Okay.
You good on your side?
Yeah. Should be good. So let's do a big 1, 2, 3.
Rims and tires in the back for you?
Yeah. Is there a spot for them? Fans and floors are gone, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean there's a spot, but I'm afraid if they roll around, they roll out.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just put them inside my car. All right, guys, there it is. Ooh, sight for sore eyes right there, buddy. We're gonna have to clean some of this stuff up before we get rolling. See all this stuff flying out going down the highway. Wow. What is it? One-Eye Willie? Oh, there's a whole bunch of these things in here. Gonna need a bigger garbage can.
Just throw it in there, I'll just take it from the dump it.
All right. Wow. Oh, there's that mirror. Put these on eBay for like $5 a piece. Vintage bong. Vintage glass bong. I don't even know what that is. Is that part of this? Yep. Oh, there's a Speedo. That's cool. Motor oil is probably still good. There's some parts for the engine. that anymore, do they? All right, guys, we're just pulling all this stuff out of here. It's a mess. Trying to get as much of this stuff out of here so it's not blowing out going down the highway. And I think we're pretty safe. We got the front wheels on, strapped down, safety chains on. We're gonna pull it from the rear. The rear wheels were turning freely, so we should be good. And see, if I would have read more, I wouldn't probably be doing something a little smarter. All right, so what do we got? Ooh, ants. Ants, ants, ants. Lots of ants. They're not happy. Is that a Volkswagen book? I bet it is. Let's see, are there any pages? No. Oh, there's some diary in here of some sort. Interesting. Like love letters or something. Gene. Yeah, there's all kinds of. Good, man. How are you?
Good.
This is called like a Fastback, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if.
They were actually pretty quick at one time.
Yeah, it's got. These have the pancake motor in them. They call it. It's
And
like
you know how they always have their winding roads and everything.
Yeah.
They hugged it pretty well.
Yep. Yeah.
That one right there. That was like back in the '50s, just riding around, just tearing everything up.
Yeah, those are like those old hot rod cars.
Yeah, that's an old field ride.
Yeah.
You know, and you go out in the cornfields and ride around.
Yep. Yeah, there's some guys on YouTube that go out and find these old 1930s and 40s
Yeah.
Plymouths and Fords and stuff, and
This is like an old tired.
yeah, they
I
are.
remember when these had them, we were cotton. They were building them out of cotton. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, they would just fall apart back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. They used leather and cotton and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff out here. They used to have a bunch more stuff. It's been picked.
It'd be amazing if you get one of these horns working.
It probably works.
Think so?
Yeah, you put 12 volts.
It's all clogged up.
Put 12 volts on it. That'd probably work.
They're loud too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of these old 1930s.
I rode
Cars.
all the way from California to New York in a '67 Dodge Monaco with a 383 big block.
Did you?
Oh yeah, for like 3 years.
Wow.
And it when we go on the country roads, it would float over the hills and stuff. Yeah, it was like being in a boat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, these old cars are cool, man.
That one from the '50s too. This is an old body steel,
Yeah, this has got to be like the 40s.
all steel panels.
And it seems like a long time ago, but it's less than a lifetime ago. You know? Like when
The engine in there.
our dads were kids, they probably rode around in these.
And actually, it doesn't look like it's in really bad shape either.
Is there?
I don't know. It looks like it's in damn good shape.
An old, yeah,
It looks like it's in pretty good shape.
a big old straight 6 or something.
Doesn't it?
Oh, he can't get through. Hold on. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff cleaned up. Looks like there's love letters in here or something, but maybe we'll read some of those later. Looks like an old purse or something. Kind of nasty. I forgot my straps, but I don't think it's going anywhere, hopefully. Those ants are mad. All right. I don't think there's an engine. No. We're gonna keep that shut for now. This is, I don't remember seeing this part. That kind of sucks because we need We need this. We need this part. I might have something we can use to patch that. I think we can patch that. Really, the big concern is this curve and all this lip all the way around is what we need. So, and that's it, really. The rest of it, I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but maybe we'll auction it off or something. All right, guys, I'm gonna clean up a little more, hook up these lights, get this stuff cleaned up, and get out of here. All right, I think we're ready. Got the door shut. All right, guys, I think we're ready to hit the road. Hopefully everything goes well. Nothing flies out. I think I got it secured pretty good. There's some older bugs out here. This is Central Florida area, if you guys are interested. They're pretty rough. Probably find some better stuff on Marketplace, but worked good for me. It's right down the street from my house, and I can get it out to the farm pretty easy. It was kind of difficult. I was going to choose between this one, because this one's actually got better metal here, but it's rusty up inside. It's kind of messed up here. Overall, that one, the one I got, is better overall. The front end on this is just toast. It would have been hard to tow, but yeah, they're all really, really bad. So that's what I was looking for, something real cheap and something I can cut up and not have to worry about it. So that's the plan. Hopefully we get home safe. Let's do it. All right, we made it. Made it back out to the farm. It was a little sketchy. I wouldn't recommend. I mean, these work, but it was a little sketchy. That's all. They do work. The dollies work fine. They just, whenever you hit a bump, it sounds like it's the end of the world. But it is what it is. It works. Everything worked fine. I got out here. You know, the main thing is to make sure that nothing's gonna fly off the car, and that you have good wheels that are gonna spin, and you should be fine. But I prefer using the auto transport, the whole trailer. I prefer having the vehicle on a whole trailer and having it strapped down a little better, but it worked. So we're here, we made it, and the goal with this one is to cut out the rear window here and use that for the 65. Now normally I wouldn't want to cut up a car like that, but as you can see, this car is in pretty rough shape, and it's not a real desirable year in this condition. If it was mint condition, obviously we wouldn't mess with it, but it's trashed. I mean, there's lots of rust everywhere and everything's missing, you know, but the parts that we need are good. You know, if I knew I was going to do this, I could have cut these out when I did the front window area, and maybe I will still cut some of this out. I'm not sure. But we can definitely use this rear window section. It's in really good condition except for right here, which we're just gonna have to basically cut right here the best we can, and then clean this up, and then we'll have to fill in that gap on the 65, because I already cut that section out because it was really rusty, and it's bigger than that. So we'll have to fill in that gap somehow with a little piece of metal. But yeah, it's something else, boy. The patina is actually kind of cool, the way all these different layers of paint have crackled and faded and stuff. It's kind of neat, but this car is so far gone. It's just a parts car. The transmission and the chassis and the front beam can all be used for parts. The transmission might actually be good. The luggage tray area is pretty good. It's got some issues lower in the lower area, but from here, you know, up is in really good condition compared to what I was dealing with the 65. I wish I would have just bought this and taken this whole luggage tray out and put it in the 65. Because I bought a new luggage tray and it's not cheap. I think it was $300 or $400 plus shipping. So I wish I would have thought of that before, but I didn't. So yeah, we've got the new luggage tray, the new cross members, and we need to get the window area. So you can see here how bad this is. It's really, really bad. So the goal is to try to cut right along here and come up and replace all this, because this is all rusted too. So it wouldn't really give a good seal for the window rubber. You could probably get it on there. You could probably leave this and get the window on there, possibly, but it wouldn't be on there very good as far as the rubber, because that's where the rubber slides on right here. And you can see here where I already cut this, because I was going to use a piece that Mike F sent me, but unfortunately it was the wrong year and it didn't work. It was for a smaller window. So but that's all right. We're gonna try to get this as close as possible, and we'll just fill in these little gaps where we need to, and hopefully it's going to be a challenge getting that onto here and cutting it the right way. I don't even know how I'm going to do it yet, but that's the next step. Hopefully that'll be the next video next week, is cutting this out and getting that cut out and getting it put on there and welded on. That'd be neat. And then, you know, you can see, I guess I don't really need to. I did a pretty good job on these. That side, I don't think there was much to do. It was this side that we did the work on, and it came out pretty good. So I'm not going to mess with that. The front is good. We're just going to use that rear window section, and we might use a little bit of this right here, possibly. We'll see how that goes. But to get that rear window done is going to be awesome, so that we can put a window in there with a good rubber and have it nice and sealed so that the water's not getting inside the car. Even though it's still going to be, you know, a patina ride, you don't want water to get inside. So that's the goal. Let's try to get it waterproof as good as possible. And yeah, so something you guys don't know about yet, but I'm getting ready to tell you. We're going to put disc brakes on the 65 chassis. And my buddy Dennis is going to do it. He's going to put the disc brakes on at his shop. And I'll tell you why that kind of unfolded the way it did in a little bit when we get to his shop. But I need to get this on that dolly and get it back over to my side of the town, at my house. And then we're going to get this over to Dennis's shop and air-cooled Haas. And we're going to get a proper master cylinder for the disc brakes. We're going to have disc brakes on the front, disc brakes on the rear. I'm going to use the transmission out of the Carmagia and put it on here, because this is the transmission out of the 65 Beetle, and it's probably not going to have enough highway speed to work with the motor that we're going to put in here. That's something else that you guys are going to find out. You may already know. Some of you guys may have seen that engine we built for the Carmagia. So basically, I'm using the transmission and engine from the Carmagia and putting it in the Beetle for now so we can use it and get some use out of it, because the Carmagia is going to be a long-term project. I want this car to be as perfect as possible, and that's going to take some time. So instead of having the engine and transmission sitting around for a couple of years, we'll have some fun with it in the Beetle and get some use out of it. And that's going to happen pretty quick, guys. Disc brakes are going to go on next week. Transmission is going to get swapped out. Engine, we're going to get that window installed, and hopefully this thing's going to start coming together real quick. So let me get this thing unloaded, and we'll mess around with this Bronco at some point. You can see the transmission that's in the Gia. That's a Freeway Flyer that was rebuilt by Rancho. We're going to get that out of there. We're not going to use those disc brakes. Those are 4-lug. We want to stick with 5-lug. So we're going to get the 5-lug kit for this one. And it's going to be a stock ride for now with the stock wheels with disc brakes. And then at some point later on, we might do like a shortened beam and a lowered beam or something like that. But for right now, it's going to have a stock ride, but it'll have disc brakes and it'll have a really sweet engine and transmission. So this thing's going to fly. It's going to be fun. All right, guys, I'm going to get this unloaded. All right, let's see if we can get this chassis on here. Should roll up pretty easy. Hopefully. Right, that went up there real easy. They do have a tow bar that you can use, specifically made for the old Volkswagens. They're like $100, $200. You can find them used for pretty cheap. And they connect to the beam here and there, and it goes right to your ball. And you run on all 4 wheels. So you got to make sure your 4 wheels are good and nothing's going to lock up and the steering's all good. I got this because I wasn't sure about that old Beetle, and the front, I wasn't sure if it was going to steer, if the steering box was going to lock up or anything. So that's why we're using it now. Try and get maximize the use out of it. So I'm getting to use it twice today, which is good. And it went on here real easy, and those wheels and that transmission in neutral shouldn't be an issue going home, hopefully. We do have oil. I remember putting oil in there, so we should be good on the fluids. And the wheels should be good. We should be ready to roll. I'm going to tie this down and get going. Looks kind of cool on there. I can't wait to see the disc brakes on here, and I can't wait to get the body back on here and drive this thing, man. It's going to be so awesome. Maybe we'll do a little first drive with the engine on it without the body. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Later.